So hi. Okay, take 3. We're making this video for you because, well, we just want you to have something you can look back on and just like remember your happiness with us.
S A N D R.
If Sandra was stuck on an island and could only bring 3 things, what would she bring?
Beer, family, and probably more beer.
If you had to describe Sandra Campbell to somebody, what would it be?
Well, she doesn't look old enough to be retired, and she's really funny, and she's more like a mother than a boss, and I love her.
What's your favorite thing about Sandra?
She's always happy.
Why is Sandra the best boss ever?
Alright, Sandra is the best boss ever, and my favorite boss, and I've had a lot of bosses, but Sandra's my favorite boss and the best boss ever because even when she's hungover, she will still get up and make you breakfast in the morning, and she doesn't fire you even if you jump into bed with her and Matt and wake them up super early after a long night out. But she is the best boss ever.
What is a life lesson that Sandra has taught you?
One life lesson that Sandra has taught me is I will never forget the time she showed me on a little diagram what juju balls were and and how you're supposed to use them and why you use them. Best.
What's the funniest memory you have of Sandra?
My funniest memory of Sandra, probably when she hit her butt in the wall at her house, down her banister.
One time I saw Sandra wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I wore army pants and flip-flops.
What is the funniest prank that the staff has ever pulled on Sandra?
I'd say the funniest prank we've ever pulled on her as a whole is when we traded out her office chair for a wheelchair on her 50th birthday.
What is your favorite thing about Sandra?
She's super happy and she always wears really classy earrings.
Describe the first time you met Sandra.
First time I met Sandra, she was giving me a ride home into Essex, and I didn't know where I lived. This was in 7th grade. I forgot where I lived, and so we were driving around Essex for like an hour, and I tried to call my mom, and I forgot my mom's phone number, and it was just a horrible ordeal, but Sandra was super nice the whole time, so always loved her since.
Describe the first time you met Sandra.
Okay, the first time I met Sandra, she was fitting me for a leotard, and she started feeling around my butt. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, you have no butt. You are just like Miss Sandra." And I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
What's the secret to Sandra's success?
A lot of caffeine and her love for all her employees. I gotta do it again. I can't do it.
If Sandra could have another job, what would it be?
The President of the United States.
USA.
Thank you.
Okay. If Sandra were a color, what color would she be and why?
Glitter, because she sparkles.
Oh, hello, I didn't see you there.
Do you mind if I do a quick interview?
Oh yeah, sure, what's going on?
I was just wondering, what's your favorite thing about Sandra's office?
If I had to say my favorite thing about Sandra's office is the beautiful aroma that just smells like home when you walk in here. Kind of makes me warm and fuzzy on the inside.
Well, hello there.
Hi, Lydia. How you doing?
So, Marcus, what is the best thing about working at the YMCA?
Well, best thing about working at the YMCA is definitely my boss, who's my mother, Sandra. She's always been great to me, and I really appreciate her.
And what's the worst thing about working at the YMCA?
That fucking toilet paper. I hate that toilet paper. I could show you my butt right now, but I'm not. It's horrible.
If Sandra told you to jump off the bridge, would you do it?
Why, yes I would. I would do anything that woman asked me to do.
You Miss Sandra.